Well, first of all, good afternoon. Thank you guys for being here. It's exciting. I'm glad to be sitting here, and we're really excited about getting the opportunity to host. We have a great field. There's some really good baseball teams here, and we've had a great week of practice, and our guys are excited and fired up to play in front of the home crowd. And yeah, that's about it.
Joe.
Coach, what does it mean to you to host the first regional since 2006 here?
What does it mean?
Yeah.
It means a lot. It means everything, and I think as a coach and as a player, you work hard all year to get this opportunity, and certainly we're very excited about it. I think I'm just as excited for everyone involved in our program that has seen it, kind of continue to kind of grow a little bit, over the past few years, and to all the stuff that it's taken to get to this point, and the people behind the scenes that maybe you don't think about that have put a lot of time and effort in to helping this thing get to this point. And so happy for our staff, I'm happy for these players, and I'm really happy for everybody involved.
Mike.
Great burn yesterday in Destin, kind of voiced his support for the job that you've done. Just what does that mean to you, and what has this last month been like for you?
I tell you what, you go through, or the way the last month has gone, right? And I've told people this, this is a special place, right? And we've known this was a special place, and I've always felt like we had this great culture, and we have this great chemistry, and we have this great department, and I've always known that. I've always felt that. And then the way it's felt the last month has even taken that to a different level. It's even, you knew this place was special, and now you realize just how special it is. And it's because of Greg and his leadership and the whole athletic department. And I go back to it, it's the people that are around every single day, that make our jobs easier, that makes it easier on these guys. These guys have every resource you can imagine available to help them become the best version of themselves and the best player they can be. And they give us everything that we need to do the job that we need to do. So, yeah, you always knew how special this place was, but sometimes when, the way things have been the last month, it takes it to another level. You're like, man, I knew it was great, but I didn't know how great, and it takes, something like this, sometimes it helps you realize it even more.
Austin.
Yeah, Coach, when you guys lost to Vandy on Friday, I think most outlets had you at 10, 11, 12 national seed. Obviously, you got the 16. Was there any bit of a surprise there that you weren't, rated higher than that after the conference tournament last week?
Yeah, the committee's got a tough job, right? They sit in there and they have all these resumes and all these teams, and they try to mix and match them as best they can. And honestly, I don't think our guys cared where that name popped up as long as we popped up on there somewhere, So the fact that we were hosting, that was, I don't want to say that was enough, but you go into that, you're like, what, 16, 12, 11, whatever. Let's just, you're going to be playing good teams no matter where you're at. I mean, everybody at this stage of the year is really good. So, no, I don't think anybody really thought much of it. I don't know what goes into those rooms, those guys sit down, they got a tough job putting all those pieces together.
Sorry, Coach. Maxwell.
For this fall theory, was there a moment that you guys kind of realized this season that hosting was a possibility? And also, the players, can you guys talk about what hosting means to you guys?
You want me to answer that first one? You guys want? Was that for me?
The first part was fall theory, and then
Was there a moment?
Was there a specific moment that you realized postseason baseball's coming to the job?
Well, I think that as we continued to play down the stretch, we've tried to keep everything one game at a time and just keep winning, and these guys know, they know, you see stuff, whether it's social media, I'm sure they see projections and everybody talks about it. So it's not, you're not blind to it, right? But we've said it in here a lot, man, try to keep the main thing and just take it one game at a time. And, I would say, going into Hoover, we felt pretty good about our chances of, being in a regional for one, and then we knew we were right there on that. We felt pretty good about having a good chance to host, but it's just go in and keep trying to play well, keep trying to take care of business. And if we do that, then all the other stuff falls into place.
Yeah, hosting a regional, I guess, is really cool. It's nice to have the big games be at home and have the crowd support, and that makes a big difference and can change the outcome of the game. So being able to, get a good night's sleep, not sleep in a hotel bed, eat a good breakfast and not eat nasty eggs.
Well, they have good hotel bread. Jack does a good job.
They're all right, but yeah, just it makes a difference, and it it can change the outcome of a series. So I'm glad to be here.
Exactly. Yeah, same thing with me. I mean, get to stay home, get good food, and just the feeling of being home helps a lot. And fan base is going to be awesome. So
You guys are gonna have to answer to Jack now, because Jack works hard on those meals when we're on the road.
I mean,
it's the hotel stuff.
And I think the food's pretty good, Chris. Don't, I think.
I don't.
it's just
AJ,
the eggs for me.
golly, yeah. All right.
Sam.
Coach, can you kind of speak about how you guys have been preparing for your opponent tomorrow in Nicholls State? They might be coming in to here with, kind of an underdog mentality. Can you talk about how you've been preparing for that?
We prepare for it like we prepare for everybody. You don't. I mean, that's a really good team. Everybody this time of year is either one, like playing their best baseball and they've gotten hot at the right time, or two, they've been good all year and they've got a great body of work, and that's why they're here. So we know they have a great ball club. They've had a really good season, and they've got a really, and they haven't announced the starter yet, but I know they have a really good arm that's had a great year, and they have an older veteran lineup that's done a really good job offensively for them. So yeah, I mean, all of our focus is right there, trying to go 1-0 tomorrow night.
Awesome.
Yeah, you don't have to quite juggle your pitching rotation as much as you did last week in Hoover, but is there a plan going into this week, more of like a weekend series type feel?
Right. Yeah, we have a plan. We haven't exchanged anything yet, but yeah, we have a plan going into the weekend, and it will involve Luke.
Hopefully.
Mike.
Just how much has your role, for you changed going back to before you had this job until now? Just how have you been able to balance the rest of your staff and kind of what they do?
Yeah. So me personally, I've tried to keep everything as close to normal for all of us, for everybody. And I know for me, like I'm kind of a creature of habit with a lot of things I do in terms of my weekly routines or my daily routines. And so for me personally, I've tried to keep everything exactly how I did all year. There's a few more things that are on my plate now that is fine, no problem. But in terms of nothing's changed of what I was doing before. I've kept everything that was important to me, that the way I prepare for opponents and the way we go through our work during the week and our meetings and all of our stuff, I didn't want any of that to suffer or change, I guess is a better word, because of some other things that I needed to do now. So we've kept everything the same. There's just a few more things each day that I need to be on top of, I guess.
Joe.
Coach, Troy comes in here as well this weekend, and you played them twice already. Does that create a layer of complication for your preparation, or it gives you a little air of confidence in your preparation?
Well, the good thing is we've had some time. We the regionals get announced on Monday, so it's not like you've got one day to prepare for 3 teams. We've had we've had the week pretty much to prepare, and we have a great staff. They've been working hard, and so we feel like we've got some good prep work in over the week. Now we take it one game at a time. I have I don't know if phobia is the right word, but I have this thing where we don't ever look to the next, we just go one game at a time. So all of our focus has been on preparing for tomorrow night. And now we have, if whatever happens there, we'll be ready for the next day as well. So I think it makes it, I guess it's kind of nice to have somebody you've already played, so you're kind of familiar with them. So some of the prep work might not be quite as extensive. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of how we've looked at it.
Max.
Yeah, you mentioned there is a pitching plan. Do you want to disclose any of that, or you're going to keep that close to the vest?
Yeah, I'm going to keep it close for right now. Yeah.
Yes, I have one for Luke too. How do you, as a pitcher, just coming off last week where it was maybe a little more hectic, how do you prepare for a regional, just as a staff?
I mean, we got extra time from the tournament, SC tournament, so we kind of it's a weekend. It's a 3-game weekend. We're going into it and just prepare the same way. The whole year we have, just prepare the same way. So.
Up front.
From what you've seen from Nicholls, what do you think has gotten them here to this point, and what makes them a quality opponent?
I think that they're a really well-rounded team. When you look at their numbers, they have, they've got a really good Friday night starter, but they also have some other pieces around him that have done a really good job on the mound. And I think you have an older veteran lineup that is really competitive. They have really tough at bats. They're hitting close to 300 as a team. They like to run, they like to action a little bit. So, I mean, I think they're just a very well-rounded ball club, and I think they've got great leadership, and Coach Silva's done a great job, and they're going to be a tough opponent for sure.
Mike.
Just for both players, what would it mean, given how the season's gone, to be able to advance from this regional and get out of here and continue playing a season that some people thought was dead a while ago?
I mean, it'd be great. I mean, I just like to play baseball, and getting to play a little longer with these guys would be would be great. And if you told me, you know, when I was 12 years old, I'd have a chance to go to Omaha, then I'd be super excited. So that's just how I'm looking at it.
Same thing with me. I just love playing baseball too, and the more time I can spend with them, even in the locker room, at practice, stuff like that. Just bonding time, I guess. It's fun.
Awesome.
Yeah, for both the players. Obviously, I think JJ probably helped recruit you guys when you guys are high schoolers. You're now 10-4 under him. Things feel a little different around here. What kind of has JJ meant to you guys, you know, from the beginning of your college career and of course now?
Yeah, I mean, from my end, like, JJ was the pitching coach, so it's kind of just been like, all right, he's just trying to get me out during practice, and I just don't talk to him. But, you know, it's good to have him. He's super calm, super, you know, business as usual, and, you know, everything has been the same since everything happened. So it's just been, you know, let's just take it a game at a time and try and win the next game. So.
Same with me. I've talked to him a lot more than Pink has, but he's a good coach, good guy, and you just love to play for a good guy. So. Yeah.
Anything else?